So the big blind goes over to Torben. He adds that 2,000 to his stack. Then he puts in the big blind. Sometimes in heads up, you can just get the blinds switching back and forth.
Yeah, most players who know how to play heads up, though, unless the opponent raises them, they will take off cards, given any opportunity.
24th hand. Second hand, heads up. King 8 for Peter. Another strong hand.
Yeah. Bring it in with a raise.
Raise. 6,000 total. 4,000 for you to call total. Fold.
And Torben folding an 8 and a 4.
Yeah, you can't give away card strength and position. It's a game where the position counts for a lot, and also card strength. You can't give them both away. Give one away, but don't ever give them both away.
Yeah.
That's the stack. That's the target for Torben Lukkegaard.
Peter Davidson, basically 13 to 5 up, about 70% of the chips on the table with him. 25th hand, third hand, heads up. Button is over with Torben.
Sounds a lot of chips to get out of Peter Davidson's stack, Mike, but two all-ins, and actually Torben Lukkegaard would be the winner. Be all over.
King 3.
Peter, first to speak. Nice. Torben, 4,000 to call.
The button didn't.
Call.
So Peter with the ace-6, Torben calling with the king 3, and there's an ace-6 on the flop.
Well, he's hitting some form now, isn't he, Peter Davidson? Flop 2 pair, which is, again, an absolute monster heads up.
Peter?
Torben checks.
Bet.
Peter bets.
5,000.
Fortunately for Torben, he's got no part of this.
And Torben folds. He had the button.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to say anything because they were playing.
Well, what can you do?
Well,
yeah, leave flødeknappen.
It's a huge advantage for him. That's what Lars Vars is there for.
So now where's the button?
In front of Torben.
So the fourth hand, heads up. Torben, first to speak.
Torben, first to speak. Call. Call.
Check. Torben doesn't look the most skillful of heads-up players, Mike. That's all I can say so far.
Call really and a check. Neither player with much in the way of cards.
No, should have used the button to his advantage, though. Put some pressure on Peter.
2, 4, 7.
Himself an up and down straight draw now, Peter.
Sorry.
Torben, no hand at the moment. Got the high card, obviously.
Peter. Raise. Total bet 12,000.
So Peter's bumping it up to 12. Sees Torben's 3,000 and bumps it up on the strength of the draw.
Fold.
And Torben folds. So it does look like Peter's got a better understanding of the heads-up game.
Yeah. Torben needs to realise very quickly that it's not about cards. Otherwise he's going to just melt away like a rainbow or a snowball in the summer, isn't he?
Now Peter's going up over 140,000 and Torben down below 40,000.
Raise. Peter.
And Peter with a king and a queen brings that in with a raise, and Torben with an ace and a 9.
Well,
all
yeah,
in.
good play,
That's
Torben.
a good play.
That'll stop his gallop a little bit.
All in.
Torben realises that ace anything is very powerful heads up. Peter chewing away, as we can all hear, on his chewing gum. Gone silent for the moment. Big decision for him.
Got the big chip lead.
Does he want to risk it on a Queen King? About 60-40, as we can see by the percentages.
Call.
And he calls. He's going to do it.
Well, could end now for Torben, or it could go on a long time if he doubles up.
Peter's had very good luck when he's been playing heads up.
Yep, he's had extremely good luck when he's been playing.
As we saw in this very game when he put out Stefan Prus.
But it won't go on forever.
2,600. 2,600.
And here's a chance for Torben to double up and get back to near level pegging.
Well, Torben's done nothing wrong. He's got the advantage. He's trying to push it home for a big double up. It'll change the whole face of the game
And
if he
here
gets
we'll
away.
see it.
If he does double up, it'll change everything for him.
Yeah.
60-40 more or less, as so many hands are heads up, as you taught me.
Majority of hands will fall in that category heads up. That's right.
Peter leaning back, getting some oxygen. But right now it's all or nothing for Torben Lukkegaard. Doubles up, he's back in the game, fighting almost on level pegging. And Peter could see his huge chip lead disintegrate. If Peter wins, he is the Nordic Poker King. And he can exchange that wool hat for a crown. Here's the flop. 5, 6, Jack. Good flop for Torben.
Yeah, great flop for Torben. No immediate danger to him. No possible draw just yet for Peter Davidson.
He's going up to being about a 3-1 favorite now.
Obviously, if Torben should hit his ace or a 9, that will put a draw on for Peter. So we just settle for a little red deuce on the end now. That'll be it. Let's see. Tension mounts.
Here comes the river card.
It's a 4.
And it's a 4.
He doubles up.
He does, and Torben is back in the game, up and fighting now.
Yeah, great play by Torben there. Great play, took his chance, made his stand, and let's see if that affects Peter. I think it might do.
Peter Davidson just over 100,000, Torben just under 80,000, so he's back with a lot of room to maneuver now. And as you said, one more double up and he's got the big lead.
Yeah, he'll have a massive lead if he doubles up once more. Look at the pressure on Peter there. That's when he's realised what he's done, but you know, he's done nothing wrong. He's tried to eliminate Torben, but his luck ran out that time. Peter doesn't handle the adversities very well, and I can see the way he's thrown the chips in there that he didn't like the outcome.
Top, small blind.
He's still in the lead, he's still in control, but is he in control of his own emotions at the moment?
It's only hand 28. Sixth hand heads up. Torben.
Torben, first to speak.
Call.
He calls, Peter checks.
Yeah, Torben doesn't understand the power of the button, does he? You know, after that win, he wants to put the pressure on Peter straight away. Raise it, whatever, raise it. Put the pressure on him.
5 and 8, 3 and 10,
Well,
and well, a pair of threes for Peter and a set of 8s for Torben. Peter checks.
Fabulous flop for Torben. Now he can try and extract a few chips maybe off Peter.
Bet.
Decided to bet the 3/8. Well,
6,000.
he might send a signal to Peter that he's got nothing, and maybe Peter will, you know, try and play on him. Surprising betting. 3/8. He has done. Peter's taking the bait. If only Torben could see what Peter had got.
Raise 6,000. Total bet 12.
Well, Torben, if you want to score a major victory here, I think just think a while and reluctantly flat call.
Well, there's a great deep size, so he's going to make it look reluctant. Oh, all in. Well, he didn't wait. He's going all in, and that's probably going to get Peter to back off.
Yeah, probably so. He's let him off so lightly. It's absolutely unbelievable.
That's the inexperience showing. Torben Lukkegaard has been playing for about 2 years against Peter Davidson, who is a professional.
Yeah, he'll probably get it. Even if he doesn't read him for the 8, he'll probably read him for the 3 with a better kicker. Probably 3's got king 3, queen 3 or something like that, maybe even ace 3. You know, he's let him out the trap. He had him completely dead virtually. Could have let another card come. But Torben's decided to play it this way.
And now, the big decision for Peter Davidson.
I think he'll think it through and put Torben on a 3 with a better kicker, personally. We'll see.
And Peter decides to fold. So Torben brings in the pot, but it could have been so much more.
Oh, it could have been oh so much better. Could have been oh so much better. He could have extracted at least one more bet off Peter Davidson, I would think. But the psychology's resting now with Torben.
And he's just moved into the lead for the first time. He's built himself up. Remember, they started at 130 to 50, basically, and now Torben has taken over the chip lead.
Big blind, small blind.
And we're even footing.
There's Peter Davidson's reaction when he knows the big raise has come in.
Big blind, small blind.
The button moves back in front of Peter Davidson.
You grow when you see them sort of plays, Mike. If you, when you know what the cards are, it's easy, isn't it, though?
5-7 for Peter. And he folds.
Yeah, it's been rocked a little bit, hasn't he?
Torben was sitting with a king 4. Would have appreciated the play. Straight. So the 30th hand coming up. They've played 7 heads up. This is the 8th, and Torben Lukkegaard has got himself into the lead. He's fought his way back to level pegging, just 3,000 ahead of Peter Davidson. The amateur player against the seasoned pro, and the amateur's got the Dolly Parton 9-5.
Call.
And he calls.
Raise up.
Jack 10, suited connectors for Peter Davidson. Bit better than average hand heads up.
Yeah, trying to put the pressure on Torben.
And Torben folds immediately, but that's the problem. When you call, you're immediately indicating weakness.
Yeah, that was Torben's problem. He needs to raise on that button most of the hands. You know, he needs to raise probably 60–70% of the hands on the button.
Det er dårlig film.
And that moves them now to within 400 of each other. So it's as if the game is just starting. Here on the 31st hand, the 9th hand heads up. Two guys start on equal footing, and you see the 150,000 euros and the trophy that they're playing for sitting in front of them. Peter, 9 and 6. Folds. That's the other way to play it.
Yeah, I don't think Peter's, the last few pots they've played, his confidence has been shaken, hasn't it?
Well, if you're not going to raise, you might as well fold rather than call.
Well, I don't know. He's, you know, he doesn't seem to recognise the fact that he's got the button. Neither of them seem to recognise the fact that that button is very powerful at the moment. But blinds aren't very big at 1 and 2, so I suppose they're thinking, well, you know, we'll just take it steady a bit. A lot of money at stake.
Well, Peter's certainly played enough to know. Torben now, the button's in front of him.
Raise.
Brings it in with a raise with the king 7.
11. Total. Peter.
Peter folds.
Havde du jo noget af den hånd, der var så 8-8-3? Det kan jeg faktisk ikke helt huske. Vi er en til gode bær på hinanden.
That's the first Peter's talked at the table. I mean, even when it was 6-handed, and he's generally been very silent.
Yeah, he's engaging Torben a little bit of chat now. Both players look pretty relaxed. And Lars Farr sitting in the background or standing in the background, he looks very relaxed. He's fallen asleep, look.
Peter now, queen 6.
Okay.
Did Peter just pass there without him playing that queen 6 on the button? That's unbelievable. Deal me in.
Weird, very weird.